Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Alright, welcome back to Panda Gaming, and this time to Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is a game I backed on Kickstarter back in, I think, 2014. And it's been released. This is the 1.2.2 version of the game. It's a couple of days after the release, and the first day patch has rolled in as well. So, what is this? Well, if you know games such as Witcher 3 or possibly Skyrim, this is like them, but historical. That means that there's not going to be any mages throwing fireballs or elves or dwarves running around hacking each other. This is straight from the history class, so it's the year 1404 in the Holy Roman Empire, and specifically in what is, I think, Czech Republic nowadays, or possibly Slovakia. I'm not actually sure what the exact location is, but most of it is in Czech Republic. The Warhorse Studios, which made the game, is Czech, and this is going to be a little preview of the game to show you guys if this is something you would like to buy. It's on Steam, about 45 euros in Europe, if you're interested in buying it. And I'm gonna show you a bit from the start. This is a game, a single player game with heavy focus on story, so I don't want to spoil that much, but I will show you the first bits, which are a bit of a tutorial, which will hopefully determine if you want to purchase this, or grab it from a Steam sale or something like that. But yeah, let's dive into it. Quick note, I'm playing this on my laptop, which is an i7, and I have a NVIDIA GTX 970M installed, so even though I'm playing on a laptop, it's a pretty okay laptop. And I'm playing on high, which is actually not the highest, but keep that in mind when you're looking at how beautiful this game is. There is one setting still going, where you can go up, but my frame rate is about 30, I think, which is pretty like minimum what you want from a first-person game. So I dare not go into into this very high. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'll see you after the cutscene.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother! Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
All right, so we're here, and our first multiple answer question or multiple option answer. By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you will select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry, all characters can be further developed without limitations. Sorry about that. So, yes, there's different characteristics for your character. You don't pick a class, but you can develop their skill towards a class. So, your speech, agility, vitality, and strength. And as you can guess, if you're more of a talking and not fighting character, speech is a good value to have, so you can talk your way out of trouble. If you're more of a stealthy, possibly like arrows or bows in general, or you want to sneak around and be like an assassin type, agility is the way to go. Vitality, I think, is your health, so that's all around good, because this is same in any other role-playing game where if your health goes to 0, you die. So, at least I think so. I haven't really played this long, like only about 45 minutes so far. But anyway, vitality is pretty good overall. Strength is your strength in arms, basically. So, you want to be a more bashing, less talking kind of guy. This is the way to go. I think I'm gonna go with vitality, actually.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Alright, so next one. Let's go with strength.
So I'm learning to sword fight. And what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself.
God above, Hal. You know how your father will react when he finds out.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong. I just wanted to try it.
On your own head be it then. I can't stop you, and you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Alright, so we get our first objective, our first quest, to go see our father, and then also go to a sword fighting lesson. So, have my friends been here?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Alright, is Pa angry at me?
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Alright, into dialogue. So, here we are. We are Henry, the blacksmith's son, and we're a bit lazy. And apparently we sort of want to see the world. More than the window of our house. So, there is stuff to get here. You can pick up stuff, and you can eat from the pot, as you can see from the bottom right. Eat from the pot, drop into the pot. So, let's eat that. get a bit of health. So we got an apple. I think we can eat it if we press E and the right click. So that's good. I'm not sure if we're getting health back though. Let's get some more. A bit iffy with the... because we're a bit too far. Yeah. I mean, it's a good game, but there's definitely stuff that's not really working the best. But food is always good to have. So let's pick it up. Maybe that last apple still. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so if we eat a bit more, do we get more health? No, we don't. Okay, well, that's fine. So, as you can see, this is first person only. There's no... I don't think there's no third person camera. So... that is interesting in itself. And I feel like this is a pretty game. Really nice looking, I feel. So, there's different buttons. You can press P to get you to your character. It will show you your skills and stats and states as well. So, and your main level. There's combat stats, skills, and alchemy drinking skill. I like that. Herbalism, horsemanship, hunting, lockpicking, maintenance, pickpocketing, reading, and stealth. Yeah, you, for example, start with reading 0, which means that, well, you can't read. So if you find a book, you can't read it. So you need to find someone who can teach you that. There's a reputation and statistics and whatnot. Inventory. What we have, not much. We don't have a horse yet. There's quest log with all main and side quests. Also what's done. There's map, which is also accessible if you press M to get to this big map. So we are now in Skalitz. And here we are. Here's our first quest, go to your father, and the second one is here, go to the sword fighting lesson. So it's pretty easy to go about. And if you can see the compass on the top middle, it will show you which direction which quest is, which is, you're familiar with other games such as Skyrim. Anyhow, there's also codex for your information about everything, and tutorials as well. So let's move out. Our first quest is here to help our father with sword making for
Come here, I need your help.
Sir Raditz or whatever his name is.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Alright, so there's persuasion tooltip. So sometimes you need power of persuasion to achieve your goals. There's different ones. You can choose the first one. You can simply use speech, which is however influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. So next one is social status. So you can differentiate from that by choosing a different outfit, and looking well groomed you will gain in social status, but obviously it's dependent on who you talk to. So for example, a nobleman is not so easily persuaded by how you look, because he's also at the same status. So. Also, the crossed swords icon is dialogue option where you can intimidate people, and that is determined by how much your strength is and how much weapons and armor you have on, and if you have blood stains and stuff like that. You can sometimes pay off people, which is the last icon, but you have to agree on the sum. And there's also special cases where other skills are needed, such as the horsemanship, which is shown there. Second page just shows how it works. So if you look at the bottom, there's Henry and Guard. So Henry has 3 in speech, 7 in charisma, and 2 in strength. And the Guard is, well, you don't know his speech level. You can see that he has 5 charisma. So you have bigger, so that was most likely will succeed. But your strength level is lower, so you shouldn't try to intimidate that Guard because you will not be successful. All right, that's the basics of it. So from here we see we have speech, social status, and the intimidation. And our speech is 1, social status 7, and the stamina, the intimidation is 3. I think I'll go with the social status because 7 is pretty high. We can't see our father, so it's a bit of a guessing game, but I'm sure 1 isn't enough, so let's go with the 7.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my
Success.
boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Alright, so we did our first objective, and we got to be more one. So, the codex is saying that many quests can be completed in different ways, so you can talk your way into it, you can sneak away and steal stuff you need, or just brute force your way in. But yeah, let's see. Our map is updated, so the crossguard is at the castle. Kunesh lives here, and the charcoal can be gotten from the market. It's also the sword fighting lesson here, and also buy ale from the tavern. So you can see that you can basically do these in whatever order you want. So this is, in that way, this is a very sandboxy game. But yeah, and you can have different styles of play and different results depending on what you do. So there's that much, at least, replayability, even though the story is the same. Alright, let's have a look at these guards. Yaroslav and Yannick will tell us.
God be with you.
And with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Alright, so we got the cross guard from the guards pretty easily. Now let's move on. So next up will be Kunesh. Because we don't have any money and we need to buy a bag of charcoal for 10 pieces. So we need to get money from Kunesh first to get that charcoal. So let's head that way. Like I said, I really like how this game looks. Very pretty. And you have to remember that this is actually not the maximum graphics. It's only high. It's also very high. So the codex is saying that we can follow all the information in that quest by pressing J. So you can see how these develop as you go on. And you can press the M to see where they are, which I've shown you. Alright, so if you press shift, left shift, you can run. But as you can see, the bottom yellow bar is going down, which is your stamina. So keep that in mind, that you just also need that stamina for fighting. So every time you hit your weapon or your fists, you will lose stamina. Alright, where is this Kunesh fellow? Here we are. Hello.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Father sent me for the money. Only way to go away, forward. So let's choose that
My
one.
father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Pay for the tools at least. Pay it a lot or else. So this is towards fighting, and this is like bleeding. I've fought him before. He beat my ass, so I'm not gonna do that this time.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
So we can't see Kunesh's stats. Yeah. I don't think we'll win any of these, so I'll just go with this one.
If that's the way you want it. I'll tell father you won't pay, and you can tell him what you told me.
So, objective started. Try to get the axe, hammer, and nails back another way. So the axe is there. Can't steal it, obviously. What is interesting though is if you press C, you can sneak around. If you want to sneak in somewhere, you make sure no one sees you or hears you. Whether you're seen or not depends on the light, your posture, which is the crouching one, and your clothing, and blah blah blah. Basically, it's saying that it's easier to sneak. But now we're in a private area, which means that you're not supposed to be there. You're basically breaking an entry. So you will, if I get caught, Castle Guardhouse will arrest us, or worse. So let's see. This is Kunesh's house. I wonder if his hammer is somewhere here.
A locked chest.
Ah.
I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Right.
Fritz might have one.
Alright, there's your first clue. So we got option. Try to get option. Get the lockpick from Fritz to open Kunesh's chest. Fritz is your friend, if you remember from earlier. He's at the tavern. So, yeah. that is a way to go. Let's see what's in these other rooms. There's nobody in. Looks pretty worn down, actually. So, no hammer and nails. So they must be in that chest. It's the only logical place to have. But it would be lockpick easy, but I don't think we don't have a lockpick, so we can't do it. So not much else here. A bit of food. Let's eat from the pot. Why not? I'm sure he won't mind sharing a bit of his food. So as you can see from the top, next to the compass, there's the icon that you're trespassing. That's how you know. So now when I went out, it's fine again. Close the door. So we were never there. Alright, so now just walk away. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. I can... there's the sword fighting thing which will introduce you to combat. I think I'll show you that, but it's a bit ways off. There's a bit of talking to do. So, I guess I'll see you there. Alright, welcome back. We're following this guy here ahead of us, who is going to show us some sword play, which is quite unique in this game. You have you can parry and attack and feint and kick, and I believe the direction you're swinging with your sword using your mouse actually determines which side you're swimming to. So you actually can't just, you know, like in an MMO like World of Warcraft, you could just press, 1, 2, 3 key and it will do that, and there's a random dice roll and it will either be a success or not. Alright, here we are. Combat Master Vaniek. Let's talk to him.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Alright. So, we almost crashed.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Okay. Here we are moving.
Alright. Now try to hit me.
So,
You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere.
okay.
Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Alright. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Okay.
Alright. Very Alright. Good. Let's try something else.
Right.
One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time.
Okay.
As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
You can chain your strikes together. Start a new attack as soon as the previous attack ends. Okay, so that. Try to press left or right mouse button right after your sword hits your opponent.
Fine.
Okay, that was it. Never landed a blow, but okay.
Alright, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Alright, well that was the sword fighting tutorial, so you can You can slash with your left mouse button and stab with your right mouse button, and depending on where you aim, you will hit that side. And there's also, I believe, in the settings, you can also feint, which is the abort attack. You lock on your opponent by using tab, and if there's a special attack like a kick in a fist fight, mercy kill when enemies dying, tackle when chasing down enemies, stealth kill, takedown in stealth. You can use F. Block is Q, and yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, basically this is a story about Holy Roman Empire, which is, as you might know from the history lesson, wasn't neither holy, Roman, or an empire, but still an interesting period of time which hasn't been covered a lot in games, so that's why I picked this up, and I've been pleasantly surprised. This is basically the day one build, which did give an update, but yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. Not that many bugs, and I feel like this will be a good game for a long time, depending on how the story lasts. I've never done this before, so obviously I don't know. But looks like there's a lot of ground to cover, so we'll see. But anyway, that was a quick look on the game. You can find it on Steam now. And yeah, I'm not probably gonna do a let's play of this because it's just, I was thinking about the same with Witcher. This is just a single player game and the story is the same every single time, so either you've already played this game or you'll be spoiling yourself to watch me play it, so I won't do that. But there's plenty of interesting games to cover, so I'll see you on those. If you haven't already, if you enjoyed this quick look, please press like and subscribe to my channel. That would really help out. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.